everyone, Shell here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another scrumptious cheesecake. This is our Key Lime Cheesecake, and if you enjoy things like this, stick around and watch me make it. And don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more scrumptious desserts like this. So let's make a Key Lime Cheesecake. Okay, so we're gonna start with our crust, and I have here actually 2/3 cup of melted butter, and I've got 2 cups of graham crackers and 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar. So we're gonna go ahead and just mix this all together. That sugar just adds a nice sweetness to our crust. But you're gonna mix it all together real good until we have the consistency of some wet sand. Now at this point you will want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. And once you feel like you've got it mixed up really good, then we go ahead and bring in our springform pan. And I have that here, and I've just sprayed it with some nonstick spray. I'm gonna just put that in there. And I've got a 9-inch pan here, so probably if I had a little bigger pan, I'd probably use the remainder of that, but I'm gonna leave a little bit of that out because I think I've got plenty in here. And you'll know you've got the right amount of it in there when you've got good coverage on your pan. And I like to just press mine with just a glass and also take a little bit up the sides as well. Now we're gonna pop this in the oven for about 10 minutes and we're gonna put together our cheesecake batter. So for our cheesecake filling, we're going to start with 3 8-ounce packages or 24 ounces of cream cheese. And I'm gonna add into that 1 cup of granulated sugar and 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And we're gonna mix this together real good until it's nice and creamy. And remember, you always want your ingredients at room temperature. This is gonna help to keep it creamy and smooth so that you don't have just lumps of cream cheese in there, okay? And at this point now, I have pulled our crust out of the oven, and I've turned the oven down from 350 degrees to 325 degrees, and our crust is cooling right now, okay? So now I'm gonna add into this 4 eggs, 1 at a time, and I'm gonna, mix them on a low speed. And I am gonna give this a quick stir and scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl just to make sure we're getting everything incorporated really well. Okay, now I am going to add in 2/3 cups of sour cream. As well as 1/3 cup of heavy cream. And I'm going to mix this in real well. Okay, and last I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of key lime juice, and I also have in here 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. And again, I'm just gonna mix that in real well. Okay, and I'm gonna scrape my bowl again, just to make sure everything is good and incorporated. Okay. And now we're gonna bring in our crust and fill it up. Okay, everyone, so our crust is cool. So we're gonna go ahead and pour our cheesecake filling in. Just move that around and make sure it's even. Okay, and if you've seen any of my other cheesecakes, you know that I am not really a fan of a water bath, but I'm going to take a shallow baking pan and fill it with some hot water and put it on the rack below. Actually, it'll be the lowest rack in my oven. I'm gonna put it on that rack so that I don't have to put my pan into a water bath or wrap it with foil. So, and that'll keep the moisture in the oven and it helps eliminate the cracking in the cheesecake. So now we're gonna pop this into our 325-degree oven for about 60 minutes. So here's our key lime cheesecake. It is completely cooled. So I am going to unpan it now. And I did run a knife along the inside just to make sure the sides were released. And that makes it a little easier to get it out. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna put this onto a cake board and then we're gonna make some whipped cream to put on top to put a little decor up there. Okay, so I've got a small mixing bowl and I have, this is actually 1 cup of whipping cream and I have used a 1/4 cup out of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use the rest because I don't need a whole lot for the top of the pie, so, or cheesecake. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use, that's about 3/4 of a cup. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing this. And while I'm mixing it to stiffen it up, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar as well, and that'll give it that sweetness we're looking for, and it'll also help stabilize it too. That's what we're looking for. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just transfer this to a piping bag, and then we're going to put it on top of our key lime cheesecake. And that gave us plenty. All right, and that was actually the perfect amount. So now I'm gonna top this with a couple of sliced limes and it'll be ready to go. Okay, so here's our key lime cheesecake and it's all done, and that turned out absolutely beautiful and just looks scrumptious. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more videos in the future. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time.